My mother told everyone she had misophonia, a condition where sounds made her unbearable. When I was 6, she stuffed a dish towel in my mouth because I cried after falling. By 9, she created a point system where I earned the right to eat by staying silent. Bread cost 2 points, meat cost 10 or more. I learned quickly that existing quietly meant survival. The starvation started slowly. I go negative on points after making a sound while eating, which meant nothing until the next week. One day at school, I fainted in the hallway after 3 days without food. The guidance counselor fed me chocolate and called CPS. For the first time, I thought someone would help. Mrs. Henderson, my guidance counselor, was kind. She documented everything. I whispered about the point system, the forced silence, all of it. CPS showed up. They visited our house. My mother had removed every piece of evidence. The fridge was full. The bedroom was clean. Without proof, they sent me home. That night, my mother brought out noise-canceling headphones and a fake doctor's note. She said a therapist recommended them for my sensory processing disorder. I had to wear them constantly, the white noise drowning out everything. She controlled what I heard, what I knew, what I could say. She visited my school with fake medical documentation. Teachers who tried to help suddenly looked doubtful. Every word I spoke became evidence of my condition instead of proof of her cruelty. She found a therapist, Dr. Klaus, who believed her completely. In sessions, she played edited recordings of me screaming, slamming doors, things I'd never done. My protests only proved I was a difficult, manipulative child. Dr. Klaus prescribed medications that made thinking impossible. She increased the doses, added cameras to my room, built a soundproof closet in the basement, padded walls, lock on the outside. She called it therapeutic isolation. I called it hell. The medications left me barely conscious. I shuffled through school like a ghost while my mother volunteered there constantly, watching, controlling, getting to every adult before I could speak. Mrs. Henderson stopped meeting my eyes. Even Miss CB, a substitute teacher who tried to help through Morse code messages, disappeared from my life after my mother visited her apartment. I learned later that my mother had shown her something terrifying enough to silence her completely. The medication mixed with the white noise and sensory deprivation was designed to break me. I could feel it working. My mother scheduled me for residential treatment at a place called Peaceful Meadows. One night, she forced medication into my dinner, heavier than usual. I woke in the dark car, barely conscious, heading toward a prison disguised as a treatment center. She signed papers, handed over money, and left me there. The facility warehoused broken kids, all of us medicated into compliance, all of us forgotten. I realized she'd planned everything perfectly. Years of fabricated evidence, manipulated professionals, destroyed credibility. I was disappearing exactly like the boy before me, Marcus, who'd spent 3 years in that place before aging out. Then one morning during medication time, a new nurse slipped me a folded note. "We know where you are," it said in Miss CB's handwriting. Hold on. Mrs. Henderson and Miss CB had kept digging. They'd found records of other children. They'd contacted authorities. When police arrived, chaos erupted. The new nurse pulled me out through a loading dock where Mrs. Henderson sat in an unmarked van, ready to drive. We escaped as officers led staff members out in handcuffs. At the hospital, I learned everything. My mother was arrested that morning. The soundproof closet was found. The doctored recordings, the fabricated journals, all of it. Dr. Klaus had been taking bribes to commit children whose parents wanted them gone. My mother was convicted of false imprisonment and child endangerment. 25 years. For the first time, the truth mattered more than her lies. My aunt took me in and helped me heal. I learned to speak loudly again, to fill spaces with sound instead of silence. I testified at my mother's sentencing and looked her directly in the eye. She tried to spin one final lie, but the judge stopped her cold. I watched her disappear into the system she'd tried to trap me in. Now I'm free.